Hi everyone, my name is Heather Driscoll. I do some competitive sports. I like track and field, the 400 and the 800, and I like race walking. And as a kid, I did lots of competitive swimming and Nordic skiing and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I consider myself a pretty active person that has a career as sitting at a desk a lot. So my body was certainly starting to feel some of the wear and tear from sitting at a desk, but still wanting to be a competitive athlete. So I was certainly having some troubles around my hips and my glutes and my high hamstring tendinosis. In particular, though, I have a very tricky knee with a history of tears in the meniscus, both horizontally and laterally, and some bit of arthritis in the knee and a knee that locks and gives out. And so it was very concerning, especially during a time of COVID. I did not want to have to go anywhere near a hospital if I could avoid it. And I really saw this as an opportunity to do what I call slowing down to speed up. So I was looking for a way that I could just dial it all back, start all over again, really build a strong core, kind of find Heather 2.0 so that hopefully in a few more months we can start going forward and I can resume my competitive desires. It made me really sad. So it's funny how much sport is a part of who I am. I guess it's not funny, but I guess it surprises me how much of my identity I've intertwined with sport. So at any moment when I've had problems with my knee, especially just before competitions or during a competition, it feels like all your hopes and dreams are flying out of the window. So that makes me really, really sad. But I'm also a very resilient person and I refuse to give up. So when I hit those bumps, I'm always looking for a new pathway, something new I can try to maybe find a different outcome. Because I knew that a lot of my issues were with a weak core, and I've seen a lot of what you talk about, Neil, in terms of your glutes and your mid-back. And your abdominal and how it's all knitted together, and as well how working in the areas above and below the joint that is causing you pain can help build resilience around that joint, take the pressure off the joint. And so I'm passionate enough about wanting to fulfill my dreams that I was very willing to give this a try. I feel a lot better. There's been no competition, so I can't really test that part out. But a lot of the movement patterns that I'd noticed over the years changing, I feel like those have been corrected. It's been really helpful going back to the basics and working on functional movements and then building strength from there. So I find almost intuitively now, so many of my movement patterns are beginning to change, which makes me really happy. And it just feels like I have almost like this layer of spandex or something enveloping my whole body from above my ankles just to below my neck. And it's all muscle, and it's all muscles and nerves turning on and supporting my whole body frame the way it was meant to be supported. That feels super cool. So like bending down, getting on the ground, getting off the ground, that made me really nervous because it'd be when I would be in a relaxed, setting, sitting down, and then I'd get up, that my knee would lock. So just relearning how to get down on the ground, get off the ground, how to bend over, pick things up safely while I've engaged my whole core. It sounds like very basic things, but I've already noticed how it's translating into my sport. So I feel not only is it a gift for ensuring that I'm going to move safely for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, whatever, I feel like it's opening a door to hopefully propelling me forward in my sport. I think it's the whole package, Neil, right? So, I really like the exercise program. That just makes my brain happy and my body happy doing that kind of stuff, and being able to set myself up in the basement with minimal equipment. I also like the weekly calls, getting to know everybody else. And even though, I think what I actually liked about those calls is everybody is so different. So it's not a whole group of people in track and field or masters athletes or something like that, because that would just get my little competitive brain totally juiced up and I probably wouldn't slow down to speed up. I would be all super competitive. Instead, it was just like a whole range of people with very interesting stories and very different kinds of goals, very different backstories. And we're all here together trying to achieve this larger objective of living healthy lifestyles, and being able to explore that together as a group was fantastic. I liked the recipes, I liked the conversations we had. I also liked that you made yourself available if we had any questions. So I would message you sometimes when I was having a hard time, and you always responded. We adapted exercises, even though your playbooks, you formulated them to fit what levels you've assessed us at. You still adapt the individual exercises to meet our particular needs, and especially if we're struggling with something or we need to adapt something, such as my fears around my knee and some of my weaknesses around my knee. You and I spent a bit of time tailoring some of the exercises there. So it's like you're getting a whole personalized exercise program with mindset and nutrition, and it's made just for you. That part is fabulous. And that's it, and it's working, and I'm happy because my knee's tolerating all this. I know that I'm improving, and so this is good. I mean, I would be really happy if I was also doing track workouts and all this right now too, but I would rather just keep on this journey that I'm on and see how strong we can get my whole body before I try any of those more explosive kinds of exercises. 3 months from now, I see myself still doing the exercises, different playbook, hopefully getting the lateral hip stuff even more strengthened. I'm just really curious, once everything is fully functional and moving the way it should be moving and it feels like everything's anchored together, I'm really curious to see what I'll be able to do next.